Welcome to everyone to the 2025 EAN Network Summit. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Kara Robacek, and I am the Deputy Director and Network Manager here at EAN. And I get to start off the summit each year by reminding us all of who we are as Energy Action Network and the work that we do here together. So EAN is two things. One thing is on brilliant display here in this room today, which is that we are a network of public sector partners, nonprofits, utilities, businesses, and organizations of higher education working together to achieve Vermont's climate and energy commitments in ways that create a more just, thriving, and sustainable future. And so all of you are part of that network, and we are so glad to have you all here today. And the other thing that Energy Action Network is a small nonprofit with a couple of staff members right now, usually 3, and 14 board members, whose mission is to ensure that Vermont's energy and climate decisions are evidence-based, grounded in high-quality data and analysis, and collaboratively developed for effective and durable progress. And I really like this image that we've come up with to show what we are as an organization, because if you can see it, you can see that someone in the middle is holding some data and analysis for us to ground our decision-making in. And there's a group of network members standing there, working together, and there's a couple of core staff on either side standing a little behind the network members because we are there to support all of you in this work. So you can think of that whenever you see that little icon we've put together. One of the big ways that we do this is sharing the data analysis through our annual progress report. Jared will be introducing that in a few minutes, and we are very excited to have it here for this event, hot off the press. Jared doesn't even know this yet, but I heard from the printer that they went in the mail yesterday. So you have one in your hand, perhaps, and you might have one in your mailbox in the next couple of days as well. So if you have an extra one, just share it with someone. We'd love to get them into additional people's hands. Okay, this is where I get to have fun. So I don't know about you, but recently, when so much has been changing, we have neighbors who are worried about their SNAP benefits and their health insurance, not to mention the climate. I've been finding it is easy to feel small and unimportant. But I also know that we are much stronger when we work together. So I've been thinking a lot about the importance of connection and how Energy Action Network helps provide a space where all of you who are working on energy and climate in Vermont can find connections, ways to share information, and just to be stronger together. And in my opinion, any conference also needs a good metaphor and something a little bit light and fun. So, you may or may not have noticed, but in the back of your name badge, you should find a couple of things, and both of them are meant to build connection. One of them is a drink ticket for a free drink at the reception at the end of the day. We hope you'll stay and enjoy one another's company at the end of the summit. The other one is a puzzle piece. So this one is a challenge for all of you. I challenge all of you to have put together the full puzzle by the end of the day on that round table over there. Now, I fully expect people to take different approaches to this challenge. Some of you, probably most of you, will drop your piece on the table just to make sure it isn't lost and Cara doesn't get upset and that you don't forget to do it, but you probably won't spend any time putting the puzzle together. You might even roll your eyes a little bit as you do it, as I expect Jared might have done when I asked him if I could add the cost of a puzzle to my expense report this month. However, I also expect that some of you might actually like putting together puzzles. I just learned that Sophia does, so maybe she'll do this. And you might spend a little time at the table during breaks putting the pieces together. One of you might even think to go and get the puzzle pieces out of the name tags of people who registered but did not show up to this event. If I'm lucky, everyone in this room will be willing to play along, and by the end of the day, we will have a complete puzzle on the table. If that happens, it will have taken the willingness of everyone in this room to be part of a collaborative process together. And it really doesn't matter if you just drop your piece on the table or if you're one of the people who fits the pieces together. If we're going to do this admittedly somewhat odd thing that I brought to the summit. It will take all of you to complete the puzzle. Okay, so in the context of EAN, I'm going to ask some people to stand up here. If you have ever been on EAN's staff or board, please stand up. Okay, this fine group of people is the group that helps designate which puzzles EAN is working on at any particular time. Thank you all for your time and your effort and your dedication. Yeah, a little applause, that doesn't sound bad. Okay, if you have ever supported EAN with data for our reports and dashboards or are an EAN Senior Fellow, can you please stand up? Or raise a hand. Yeah, awesome. That fine group of people helps to fill in the picture on the front of the puzzle. They help us see how we're doing at meeting our energy and climate goals and commitments. So thanks to all of them as well. Okay, if you have ever been a co-chair of an EAN network action team or coalition, please stand up or raise your hand. Excellent. Okay, so this fine group of people coordinates putting the pieces together of a specific puzzle. And you know how when you're doing a puzzle, most people want to look at the picture on the front of the box to see where the pieces go? The co-chairs have to put together the pieces without ever seeing the box. They have to just kind of figure it out. So very grateful for them as well. Okay, if you've ever been on the steering committee of a network action team, please stand up. Steering committee, there's lots of folks in the room who have helped us steer these groups. Climate workforce, I know there's some folks. All right, here we go, there we go, there we go. Okay, these fine folks bring the edge pieces to the puzzle. They bring their expertise that helps us to frame it so that we know what we're doing, and we're very grateful to them as well. Okay, finally, please stand up or raise your hand if you've ever done anything at all with EAN, including showing up today. Okay, so you fine people all hold literally and figuratively a piece of the puzzle, and without each and every one of you, something important would be lost. We literally do not have a complete puzzle without all of you. So now that I've completely and totally overused my metaphor, I have to admit there's actually no interesting message on the physical puzzle that you have a piece to. It doesn't tell us how we're going to solve Vermont's energy and climate challenges. It's really just a puzzle I picked up at Woodbury Mountain Toys in Montpelier, and it's designed for a child. But then again, our work is about working for a much more just, thriving, and sustainable future, and that, for me, is all about future generations. So thank you for letting me have a little bit of fun, and now I will dive into the logistics of the day.